Today we're going to show you how to freshen up a Coca-Cola cooler and also how to possibly repurpose it for another use. Hello and welcome to the Full Octane Garage, and today we're going to actually work on this Coca-Cola cooler. As you see in the Full Octane Lodge, we've kind of decorated this place in various themes. One of the themes that we have in the lodge is Coca-Cola products. We love Coca-Cola, so we decided to do a cool Coca-Cola themed garage. We have a Coca-Cola chest cooler, which is I believe a 48-inch today. We have Coca-Cola button signs, we have Coca-Cola neon signs, and we added a bathroom to the lodge, and we've been trying to figure out what we want to do for a bathroom vanity. So all it's had for months is just the toilet in there and all of the plumbing waiting for a bathroom vanity. And I've thought about doing really cool transmissions from a car, thought about doing some car themed stuff in the bathroom, but I haven't really found anything that was unique and hadn't been done a lot. And then a friend of mine had this Coca-Cola cooler for sale, popped up on Facebook Marketplace, and it has really nice patina. I looked at it and I'm like, man, this is really cool. It actually has, it's a chest cooler. It does not have any of the internals, so it really only works as an ice chest right now, which is perfect for me. I don't need all those internals. At one time, it was an electric cooler for sodas. It's got a nice stainless steel tub inside. It has a top that opens side to side, unlike a traditional cooler, which my 48-inch opens front to rear. This opens side to side, so it gave me a really cool opportunity to take one side and order a 10-inch by 15-inch stainless steel sink, drop it in, and the other side I can still use this for storage. So it's going to be perfect. I'm not going to have to cut anything underneath for plumbing or anything like that. Now, it's dull. It doesn't look real good. We've wiped it down. We've washed it really good. And as you can see, this has a lot of dullness to it. It has some rust, some patina, which looks really cool. And I wanted to do something to protect the rust and the patina so that it doesn't continue to rust when I use it as a bathroom sink. This came up with, what am I going to do to it to clear coat it? I mean, I could spray a satin clear on it. I could use a product like Poppy's Patina, which a lot of people use on cars and rat rods, things like that. And that's great because that's a UV compliant product. But then I looked online and there's a bunch of people that are using this Penetrol, which is an oil-based Flood product from Flood. And what it does, it is actually a rub-on clear coat, very similar to Poppy's Patina, which is a rub-on clear coat. My understanding is Poppy's Patina has some of this in it, with the clear, in addition to this, a clear paint, so that it actually has UV compliance in Poppy's Patina, where this does not. I really don't care about that because this cooler is going to be inside. It's never going to see any UV rays, so this Penetrol should probably last for as long as I'm going to need it to last. Poppy's Patina is also a rub-on product. So basically take a sponge. This is a microfiber coated sponge, which is what I'm going to use to rub it on. I did a little sample on the bottle cap section, turned out really cool. Has a semi-gloss to a gloss finish to it when it's all done. So, and it makes the color pop. So it's going to look really cool on this. It takes about 12 hours to dry. So what we're going to do is put the first coat on it. We're going to see how the color looks. And then we're going to maybe put a second coat on it where it's needed. It does lay nice and flat. You're going to want a set of gloves so that you can actually not get this stuff on your hands, because it is an oil-based product. It requires mineral spirits or lacquer thinner or something to clean up with. I will throw these sponges away, so they're a toss-away product. The difference in Poppy's Patina is Poppy's Patina costs anywhere between $130 to $250 for a kit, which is a two-part kit. This Penetrol, all of this costs $14, and I will do this whole cooler and probably, use an eighth to a half inch of this stuff. It goes a long ways when you put it on your sponge. You do not want to over apply because it will run. So you just want to rub it on there. You're going to, at the end of the day, look for runs, make sure that no runs are there. You can go back over it with the sponge, maybe with a little more of this Penetrol in there. Penetrol can be used outside on cars and trucks that have patina that are rusty. I've seen where it may only last a year or so because of the lack of UV compliancy in this. You can also, I've seen people use it under the hood of cars to freshen the black items and the rubber up. I've seen it used on rubber bumpers and rubber fender flares of cars, and it freshens it up for a year or so, and then you'll have to reapply. But it's a pretty cool product overall, so let's get to doing some application. Now again, we have actually washed this cooler down. We've used a brown or red Scotch-Brite on it to kind of scuff it really good so that this has something to bite onto. And then what we're going to do is we're going to dab a little bit of this on the sponge, and you will start applying it. And it's going to have a nice sheen to it. Anything rusty you probably want to do last or with another section of the sponge so that it doesn't get all tied up in the clear coat that you're putting on here. If it's light rust, it's not bad. But this is looking amazing already. I mean, you can just see where the difference in sheen is going on right here. This has perfect sheen, that has no sheen. It will dry very similarly to this. And you notice I'm not having to apply a ton of it either. It's just a kind of a rub on. You can put it on the chrome. It'll protect any of the chrome. We've actually wire brushed some of this chrome. Don't have to get behind here too good because there is a cover that goes on here, but we will knock this out. And as you can see, I've done the whole front, and it's literally taken about 2 minutes. And you can, this will help, also this will lay flat. What this Penetrol is, it actually reduces brush and roller marks in oil-based paint. So you can actually use this as a thinner in oil-based paint. So that's why you can sponge this on and not have any brush or actually sponge marks, which is really, really cool. You can put it on rubber, which is what I'm doing up here. And then you're going to take a look from the side and see if there's any areas that don't have a sheen. Then you're going to hit that again. And again, I've hardly used any product out of the can. Now, since I'm going to be using this as a sink, there is a possibility that we can get some moisture up here. So I want to seal all of this rust or all of the bare exposed metal. Now the good news is the bathroom I'm putting this in does not have a shower, so there won't be a lot of moisture in the room itself, which is nice. This is looking amazing. Now when I am done, when this dries, I am going to flip it over, and there's a lot of exposed metal on the bottom side that I will also coat. This also has an exposed, actually it has Coca-Cola emblems on the back of this, though it is going to be against the wall. You won't see it, but I do want to actually coat it just to make sure it's protected. And I think I will come back and probably put a second coat on this tomorrow. This is looking amazing. The more coats of this you put on, the smoother it's actually going to get. So after it dries for a day or so, come back and put another coat on. And I think you're going to see a little better result in a lot of the areas. So that'll do it for this particular coat. We're going to leave it this. We're going to watch it for the next 12 to 15 hours, probably come back, give a little bit of an update tomorrow. Welcome back, and it's now the next day, and the surface is dried. It's definitely dried to the touch. It's not sticky. It's perfect. Actually, the sheen on this thing looks fantastic. The patina has been preserved now. It should not rust any further. If you find that you are starting to get some rust back, you can always scuff it back down, throw a little more Penetrol on to seal it. We are probably going to put a second coat in some areas, but as you look at the front of this, it has a great sheen. The color is now popping, and there aren't any faded spots, and that's really what our goal was going to be, to go into the bathroom. So we are now awaiting our sink to come in, and as I mentioned, it has these flip-up doors, and this one's in worse shape, so that's the one we're going to cut on. This one's in decent shape. This is going to allow us to do storage in here once we put a sink in this side. This side is going to have a 10-inch wide by 15-inch long drop-in stainless steel sink that's going to be a flush mount. And so this will be our bathroom vanity. We'll pop a drain out the back, and this will look fantastic in our full octane lodge. So we hope you enjoyed this video. We hope you found it helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel to do that. Come back often. We're going to have some more cool tips, and I'm going to have a follow-up video on actually installing the sink and installing the cabinet in the bathroom to show what it looks like when it's finally done. So have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Oh wait, I almost forgot. Our legal team made me promise to display this disclaimer before we ended the video. Please take a moment to read it before you make any buying decisions.